Hi everyone! In this video I'm gonna be redesigning one of my OCs, but I couldn't decide which one, so I am letting a spinning wheel pick for me. So these are all my OCs. And the wheel chooses Liliana Rose. So I actually already have one of her outfits designed. I'm quickly drawing a reference sheet for that one right now. Liliana is probably my oldest OC, at least 10 years old I think. Her story is also my most complete one. I really want to make a comic or something about her one day. Because of that, I don't want to share too much about it. Also because I don't know what's going to stay or change yet. But I will share that at the beginning of the story, she is some kind of assassin slash ninja slash rogue. Not really sure about the exact naming yet, but she sneaks around in the shadows and assists her teammates, striking from the shadows when needed. She's part of a rebel group that is fighting this evil witch named Scars, who rules over the whole world. I'm working on a map of this world, I'll show that on screen right now. It's called Iseira, and Liliana is from the southernmost city, Etela. The story takes place on a futuristic planet that's constantly in winter. But the inside of the cities are heated, so I have to keep that in mind when designing her. Like having multiple layers so she can take some off when inside a city. These are some of her earlier designs I tried. None of them I really loved. Until one day I had a silhouette in my head and I drew that and made a design based on that. She wears a pair of big boots for combat and for walking in the snow. Also a big coat with a hood that can be used to keep herself warm. It has pockets with holes that reach to the layer below so she can still access the sheets that hold her daggers. I took a lot of inspiration from typical ninja and assassin design, like the baggy pants and the hood and the mask. I wanted her hair to be kinda simple. She just wraps a piece of string around it to keep it from getting in her face. Her eyes are brown with a yellow glow inside them because of reasons. What I'm designing right now are her daggers. I wanted them to be futuristic and throwable. So I looked at lots of different knife designs and drawing knife designs, and I redrew a bunch that I liked, and then I kinda combined some of them into a design that I liked. I thought it might be cool to have them be electric, but they need to be charged from time to time. It also gives her a bit of a weakness, which I like because I don't want her to be too overpowered. So here is the finished sheet, but she needs a different design for later in the story, so let's design that. First I'm gonna be trying out different hairstyles. At this part of the story, Liliana has ended up in Scars' palace, and she should not feel very comfortable. That's why I want this design to be kinda the opposite of her first one, so her hair being up instead of down and having something in front of her face. She would find that very annoying. I also looked at my first design of this, and she has 2 buns in that, so I wanted to keep a bit of that as well. I made 3 designs, but I still wasn't happy with what I came up with, so I tried 3 more. I tried this one with her hair just loose, but that just looked too relaxed. I did kinda like the one with the braids, so I kinda took that and put buns on top of it and even more braids. Because it would take quite a lot of time to put this hairstyle together, contrary to her first design. So I put them all together and looked at which one I liked and didn't like. I really liked the braids and I wanted to keep the buns, so I went with this one. But I put the 2 smaller braids in front of her face from this one. Now for her outfit. Like I said, I had an older design and I still wanted to keep some of that, so firstly I drew that one quickly. I had this idea for a while that the more wealthy people of Iseira would have these pointed shoulder thingies, and the more power you had, the pointier the shoulders. Also, to keep this design the opposite, I kept the color white, and instead of her baggy pants, the upper part of her body is wider, if that makes sense. It doesn't really work since she is wearing a skirt, but that was my idea kinda. Tried on some pants as well, but she has that in the other design, so that doesn't really work. So at the end I came up with this design. I'll make another reference sheet for this and talk a bit more about the design. Something that I keep forgetting to add is her scar on her chest from the heart surgery she had when she was younger. That's why I kinda wanted that area to feel exposed. Also, the shoulder thingy and her corset are both pointing towards it. The corset is to make her look more uncomfortable. I know corsets weren't really uncomfortable, but it does look like it is. Her skirt is very long and flowy, so she might not be able to run very fast without at least picking it up. I had this idea for the sleeves. It's kind of like a cave, but her arms are inside it. It's difficult to explain, but hopefully you can see what I mean. You might be wondering why there is a hand. Well, she's got magic, yeah! I don't want to say too much, but it has something to do with her heart. Here's the finished sheet, and now I'm gonna make a full illustration of the finished design. Like usually, I start with doing some thumbnail sketches. I really wanted to showcase her magic. I almost chose this one because it looks most similar to an old drawing I made, and I thought it might be a nice comparison, but I'm glad I didn't. It would have been a bit boring for what I wanted. I really want to try and draw some more dynamic poses. I set a new personal record for longest time spent on a drawing. This one took me 15 hours. The perspective with the arm was really difficult to get right. And oh my, that thumb. I don't like drawing hands. But drawing those like lines to see the 3D-ness of it does really help. And also looking at references. I even looked at my own hand to try and work out how fingers work. I also don't ever want to draw braids again. I don't like it. Why do I keep giving them to my OCs? They look really pretty. Need to get like a braid brush or something. I think I actually already have one. Especially because I want to make a comic and need to be drawing her a lot. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. This cape thingy, I forgot how my own design worked and couldn't get it right. Then when I was laying in bed one night thinking about why it looked so weird, I suddenly knew what I had to do. So I got out of bed in the middle of the night and quickly made the adjustment before I forgot again. Now onto the coloring. I start with the flat colors and add a little bit of a gradient to it. Then I put a light color on top of everything and erase the parts that are in shadows. I wanted the main light source to come from the magic in her outreach hand, so everything pointed towards it should be in light. I set the layer mode of the light on add or color dot. For the shadows, I put a bit of blue reflective light in them, since the background is blue and I also imagined this outside in the snow, so the light would reflect on that and bounce back onto her. Now I'm doing the overpainting on a layer on top of everything, and I fix some things, make everything look a bit cleaner. Got the scar again. Just imagine it being there. It just faded over the years. The overpainting probably took the longest out of everything. I should maybe find a way to make it faster. I don't usually do it this much on quicker drawings. I really covered all the line art this time. I do really love how it turns out, but yeah, it takes a lot of time. I'm doing the braids again. Make my hands hurt. Adding some finishing touches, putting a gradient map over it, and it's finished. Here is a comparison to the old one. But yeah, I'm really happy with everything I made. I should probably finally start working on this comic game. Oh no, I need to design all the other characters still. It's been 10 years and I only have Liliana. Well, maybe I should make a video about them as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. Remember to love yourself and hopefully until next time. Bye!